all the way from New York. I want y'all to put your hands together for Kristen Becker, everybody!
Thanks, Mom.
Woo! Hey, San Antonio!
Yeah. I was driving here from Shreveport earlier. I broke down on 21, right past Midland. I don't know if you've ever been a lesbian, but that's fucking scary. I literally changed my fucking shirt before the tow truck showed up. I do have a tour, it's called Dykes of Hazard. Surprise! And they were like, oh, she might be gay, or maybe she just likes to wear her dad's clothes. Both. We were touring the country in a 1992 GMC Vandura 2500 Cobra. In case you're not a lesbian, that's a van. And we call it Clitty Clitty Bang Bang. I was born in Buffalo, New York. Yeah, I know. And then at the age of 10, my parents moved me to Shreveport, Louisiana. So, yeah, if that's not a resume for success, I don't know what is. I don't know what my parents were thinking, right? It was the mid-'80s in Buffalo, and they were like, man, we don't want our daughter growing up full of self-doubt and hopelessness. Let's move to Louisiana, throw a little ignorance into the mix and see what we get. So you get me. Half my life in the north and half my life in the south, which means I hate myself. But I'm too polite to tell me, so it works out okay. I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, go fuck yourself. I mean, if y'all don't mind. People ask me all the time, they're like, what's the biggest difference between the North and the South? And the only difference is the love of Civil War reenactments. It's the only fucking difference, right? And when I first moved down here, I didn't know what a Civil War reenactment was. I thought it was going to be a couple of guys grilling some burgers, you know, pissed off because now they have to cut their own grass. But it's not. They go and they get uniforms and canteens and muskets. Where the fuck do you get a musket from, right? So I went up to this guy, I was like, buddy, listen, I'm from Buffalo, okay? I know a thing or two about losing. And every January, I don't go out and reenact Super Bowl 90, 91, 92, 93 with a fucking helmet on, do I? And he was like, General Lee was a disappointment. And I was like, O.J. Simpson was a fucking disappointment, sir. He's all we had. And he just looks at me, he's like, you know what, Yankee? The South will rise again. The South's rising again! And he said it just like that. And I said, well, actually, that's where I agree with you. But what you may not know is that we have more African Americans elected to Congress than ever before. We have an African American president, and the South is about 65% black. So I do think the South is going to rise again. But I don't think it's the way you're planning it, asshole. Gonna be a little less two-step, a little more Cupid shuffle in your future. Just you learn the moves. I do live in New York, so that makes me a free gay. I'm not trying to brag about it or anything, but I'm a free gay. I'm just here to let my people go. And because of that, I was engaged. I was engaged in New York. Yay, to a lady. I was engaged to a lady because they let me marry there. I should have known it wasn't going to work out, though, because my future in-laws were Mennonite. If you're not familiar with Mennonites, they're like Amish on steroids, kind of, right? Like, Mennonites don't use electricity, and I use it in really questionable ways, let's be honest. Like, put that shit in places not supposed to go, right? Like, moist spots here and there. The other reason I realized it was never going to work out with my fiance is that she thought that I was the boy in the relationship. Which meant that she thought I was going to kill all the bugs for the rest of my life. And I'm fucking afraid of spiders, okay? Like, that's just a fact. I agreed to cut the grass and eat the pussy. That was it. I didn't say shit about killing bugs, right? So I had an idea. I was like, oh, I know what I'll do. When we're going to adopt, we'll adopt like a 5-year-old boy, right? Because they love to kill bugs, right? Like, this is a fucking plan. I don't know if you're looking to adopt, but get them at like 4 or 5 because their shelf life is up. They will do anything for a home at that point. Like, really. Oh, fucking. Don't get PC on me, Texas. Fuck it. Don't talk about your kid like that. I had an idea. When little Timmy came running up to me, he'd be like, Mommy, there's a spider. I could be like, sorry, buddy, but when I was growing up, my dad used to kill all the spiders. Oh, you don't have a dad? Oh. we got you, asshole. You might want to learn your way around a plunger, too, because... I smoke weed. Oh, thank God. You guys are brave. Like, you can do it in New York and not go to jail. You can do it here. You'll get butt raped. Like, I hear, like, getting caught with weed is a bullshit. I smoke weed because the government hasn't given me a good reason to not smoke weed, right? Yeah, they're like, oh, memory loss in the munchies. That's why you shouldn't smoke weed. Okay. Point number one. How do you know you lost a memory that you don't remember having in the first place, asshole? That's why I do this, government, to forget shit. Here's the worst thing that's gonna happen. I'll set it up for you. 2 stoners on a couch, pizza box, open, South Park on the television.
Yeah.
Dude, you know they say smoking weed? It'll make you lose your memory, man. Really? Well, dude, memories? They're like pictures that your eyes take. And they just store up in your brain like it's a hard drive, dude. Sometimes you gotta empty out that recycling bin. That's not so bad. What's not so bad? Nothing bad happens there. As opposed to if you get drunk. I'm a drinker, but I'll take weed any day of the week over fucking booze, because booze gets you in trouble. Booze makes you do stupid shit, right? Perfect example. 2 summers ago, Gulf of Mexico, Mississippi side, of course. 3 shark attacks, same day, same fucking beach. I would have left after the first one, particularly if I was high, right? Dude, sharks. Man's natural predator, we gotta go. But somebody stayed, right? I was like, who the fuck stays at a beach where there's shark attacks? And I've decided his name is Billy Bob Joe Ray. He works at a petrochemical plant, he gets 1 week of vacation a year, and he's at the beach with his kids. Timmy, why are you crying? No, I understand there's sharks, but no, we're not leaving. Look at the good spots. It just opened up the front of the beach. Come on, let's go. Son, just don't swim in the red water, okay? Be a pussy. Fuck, they just ate. They can't even swim for 30 minutes, so they'll cramp right up. Get in there, go! I'll do that joke and some little old lady will come up from the back. She's like, yeah, you were funny, except for the part about kids at the beach, because drugs and kids, that's inappropriate. And I was like, you're fucking right, it's inappropriate. There's kids at the beach. I'm glad you said it, not me. Yeah, there's kids at the beach and they're running and they're screaming and they're kicking sand on my blanket and they're pissing in the water. I don't think a contact high would hurt little Timmy. Maybe the rest of us could get some rest and relaxation. Secondhand tobacco smoke gives kids cancer. Secondhand pot smoke gives them a nap. Everybody wins. Where are the ladies? Are there ladies in the house? I'm not gonna fuck you unless you ask. But I don't do it for your boyfriend's pleasure, because it never works out for me, because they just get jealous and they take notes the whole fucking time and it's awkward. It's awkward. There's a woman that's suing Barbie because she said that Barbie gave her daughter an eating disorder. She said that her 9-year-old daughter developed an eating disorder trying to live up to the body dimensions of a Barbie doll. Now, I'm not a fucking feminist. I fuck girls. That doesn't make me a feminist. But I will speak up when I think a pretty girl's getting slighted. And I'm going to say this about Barbie. Barbie's not a bad role model for women. If I remember correctly, by the time Barbie was 15, she was a nurse, a doctor, a firefighter, a forest ranger, a beach volleyball player. She had a dream house, a beach house, an outfit for every day of the year, with a pair of shoes to match, before Ken was even thought of. Right, ladies? Come on. Ken was an accessory. Yeah. Ken was Barbie's bitch. He was there to do her hair and makeup. That's fucking... because Ken's a fag. And if you don't think that Ken is gay, go find a Ken doll and undress it. Because that man could tuck his penis like nobody's business, I'll tell you that. When I was growing up, I was like, I want to be Ken. And my mom's like, you can't be Ken. You don't have the same down there. I'm like, I am one Sharpie mark away from having the same down there. That's My mother is Italian and Roman Catholic, so that's twice the guilt if you're keeping track. Like, to envision my mother, I need you to envision, like, sequin visor and nickel slots and fucking Pall Malls, right? Like, that's my mom. Like, I got my dad's blue eyes, my mom's beard. That's how Italian she is. And my mom calls me up the other day, and this is what she says to me. She goes, Chrissy, your father and I, we don't mind that you're a homosexual. We're just afraid you're not very good at it. I do have a hard time keeping him around, that's true. Do you have suggestions? Well, actually, yes, your father and I have been talking. You know we just want you to be happy and successful. We just have a few questions. How long has it been since you've been with a man? With a penis? Attached. Well, I guess it's been about 12 years. Okay, Chrissy, perfect. Remember when you were 14, you hated broccoli? Yeah. You love broccoli now? Yeah. Do you think it could be like broccoli? What? The penis, and that's where you hang up, right? Because I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure dick is not an acquired taste, right? I'm not gonna grow into it.
Put cheese sauce on it!
I'm getting there. And I haven't seen a lot of peni. But I'm pretty sure if it looks like broccoli, I should run in the fucking opposite direction, right? Like, we're looking for a single shaft, nothing that florets at any point in time in the fucking adventure. I think that's a sign of an infection. My poor mother's saying a fucking rosary at home, praying that me, her daughter, the founder of a tour called Dykes of Hazards, gonna be walking down the street and I'm gonna trip and a cock's gonna go in my mouth. This is delicious. Why didn't you tell me? Is this salty? I love salty snacks. You guys be great. My name's Kristen Becker. Thanks so much.
Kristen Becker, everybody!